type of images that I, vocably sense of that. I'm not saying the whole Africa is made up of this impoverished piece that they're showing to the mass public to get donations. That's why they're showing that at an alarming rate. So I want to apologize if I offended anybody by or making it like the whole of Africa was such a slum condition. No, because I wasn't. I'm going off of, I'm sitting back, a commercial come on, I'm at the crib, food getting cooked, woman, old lady, cooking, kids running around, and I'm watching the commercial, and they got the drawing up, the number on about donate please, and they got the 4 little kids there, they bellies is fat as hell from hunger, little legs, and I'm like, man, how can you send $10 to this site right here? That's the Jones I was looking at.
Okay. Yo, shout out to Oregon engineer in Dable. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I see her. JJJ Jackson, 1056, Justin Porter, effing Fez, John Michael, the gang, effing Feeds, James LaFlames. You wasn't here yesterday, bro. Where you was at? Talking about these times. Where you been at, man? And then you got everybody else that's in here watching, Tales from the Jail, Justin Porter, 6113. So today we want to talk a little bit about, just, a few things. We'll go through a few different topics about, what's going on here in the world. But, we want to stick to the topic of prison being a serious situation. And by prison, who are in prison, because these situations are very, very serious. I got an email about, somebody asked us and said, look, hey, listen, man, y'all got to stick to the point of how serious prison is, because people are forgetting about us in here, So if you got somebody in prison, a loved one, somebody that you care about that's in prison, man, make sure you answer the phone, man. Make sure that you send them some money. Make sure that if you can, make sure that you are, are available to them, because prison is very, very serious, man.
Man, prison is too serious, man. And to piggyback off of what you just said, Toffee, when you was explaining in the matter of dudes want to be out here, is people that's hidden away in facilities that's not even smelling society. What you didn't add on is it's a lot of people that won't never smell society, let alone wanting to. See, it's one thing to want, and then when you can't get it, wow. You don't agree with that? That's a different type of hurt.
I agree.
That's a different type of yearn.
It's like somebody dangling, a sirloin steak in front of somebody a lion. He can't get to it. He's like behind a cage, but he can't get to it. People want to get out here to that freedom.
Man, never see. But for the ones that been to jail, been to harsh conditions, man, jail is one of the most harsh conditions besides dying. And I don't know how it is to die. I know what I believe with my faith, but I can only imagine. But jail,
it's back up now. I'm rolling now. Well, so we gonna continue on. Hopefully, it'll come back around. But if it get too bad, we'll correct it. But just if you can, just back out the actual live and come back into the live. So we're gonna try to fix this issue. Now, just speaking about what you mentioned, if we can, people sometimes, like I said, forget about those that are incarcerated. It's people in there that serve life sentences who don't have anybody out here in the world to help them. You know what I'm saying? They just serving hard time. And a lot of these young guys, man, are going in there so young that, by the time they get to a certain age of 40, 50 years old, there's really nobody left.
They just shells, man. They coming home to nothing when they're finally discharged and released from their imprisonment for whatever it is that they got convicted for the act that they committed in society. It's like certain dudes, like a lot of people on a free world couldn't probably understand what I'm ready to say because they never been through it, especially ones that never been mentality. When he's like, what am I going to go out there and actually do? I have absolutely no one. And again, I like to always say the first step to rehabilitation from coming from that penitentiary after serving some time, an extensive time in jail, or even a short time in jail, is support, bro. And I ain't talking about just money, clothes. I'm talking about the support of a constant motherfucker that's there for you. I'm talking about mentally, to shape you. I'm talking about you gonna go left probably 1,001 times, but that motherfucker right there, he don't care, argue, or she don't care, argue, fight with you. Yo, listen, and that you respect, because you ain't gonna listen to it from somebody that you don't respect. So it gotta be someone you respect first and foremost, or a group of people that you respect if they're all giving you the same dialogue. But at the end of the day, you need that support coming from out of them penitentiaries, man. Heavy.
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're working through it. So it should be corrected momentarily. It's something in the area going on, but we should be okay. So just stick here with us, not on duty. Just hang in there with us. Now, as we mentioned, the kids. You know, you heard AR Ab mention, you know, about the kids. These how these cases are formed, like these RICO cases, and you know, or whatever, going to jail for murder. When these kids are standing in front of these judges and getting this time, or even individuals, but I'm just want to speak about the young adults right now. They're getting all this time, and they don't really even understand by just claiming or repping a neighborhood that they're gonna give you a gang charge, which holds what in the feds, 20 years.
If a RICO jump,
Yeah,
or RICO or CCO, oh my God, that right there by itself, man. Oh my God, conspiracy charge. That's a dime to 15. That's by itself. 15 years, you coming out the gate with that. And then we ain't even talk about the guns and the drugs and all that they found. We talking about this by itself.
yeah.
To add on, not run with. To add on whatever else they find you guilty of. This a big jump, bro. They ain't in there.
The kid away from the child. I'm sorry, they're keeping the father away from the child. Ultimately can be detrimental for the child. Either way, people gotta, we working through it, but we just want to keep the live going so that we can speak to you guys. So just please be patient with us while we fix this issue that's going on. Now, what's going on out here in the world, man? Any new news that you got? Anything that you came across?
I got some stuff that we could put up for crazy clips too when we do that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of stuff I could put up for the crazy clips, but I got a few interesting things that have been going on around the United States of America. And one of them is, and it's a lot to do with men and women violent.
Kensington Wireless. Go ahead.
Huh?
Lama Ray talking about something. That's that Kensington Wireless.
Oh yeah. And then I say a lot of these crimes that I'm catching that's on the page, and I'm just getting straight off the press, be dealing with a domestic that turned deadly. You know, we got a Texas man arrested after he allegedly shot and killed his biological daughter's adoptive parents. He previously threatened to kill them over a custody dispute. You know what I'm saying? They say neighbor, this one is chilling. A Texas man is behind bars after fatally shooting his biological daughter's adoptive parents over what authorities say stemmed from a custody dispute. Norman Lee Johnson, 42, is accused of 2 accounts of capital murder in connection with the deaths of Christopher Lopez, 52, and Trinette Rayson Lopez, 52. The incident happened on. Law enforcement linked Johnson to the crime because of his prior threats over a custody dispute, and he was later located and arrested. In October 2024, Johnson was charged with misdemeanor harassment after allegedly threatening Christopher Lopez and another family member over the child custody dispute. Court records say he became irate when told he needed to work with Child Protective Services to change custody orders. The victim's adult children spoke after the arrest, saying,
of stopping and thinking, you know what I mean? Listen, is it really worth it? Is it really worth you going in here, taking a firearm to go and kill some people over a custody dispute or whatever the case may be? Is it really worth it?
No.
It's not. What we have to understand too is, we're here to, in my opinion, this is my opinion, we're here to provide and protect our children. We're here to provide for our children and to different things that you're supposed to do that, and and just be cool with that. You don't got to go to the extreme and try to kill somebody. And sometimes we're in situations where we have to go through, because it's a reason for the child to be in foster care, right? Got to be a reason why they're there.
Yeah, neglect.
Got to be something going on
9
there.
times out of 10, neglect.
So therefore, if it's something going on that's leading your child to be in foster care, that doesn't mean that it's forever. You got to go through whatever you got to go through to get your child back, but you can't just go in here and fire a weapon into somebody and kill people over stuff like that. I disagree with that. You know what I mean? So I just think that we have to really understand that we got to be better. Got to make better decisions for ourselves and for our families, man. Starting with yourself. Starting with that.
Great idea. You want to put it on our platform? Contact Great idea. You want to put it on our platform? Contact TBISC. Call us now. 267-982-0342. TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
Expose your business to millions of potential consumers and close your business to millions of potential consumers and clients. If no one knows who you are, you don't make any money. Put your logo here. Add your business here. They say when you're green, you grow, but when you're ripe, you're rotten. That means those who aren't moving forward is standing still. Marketing is everything. Grow your business today. Product placement, brand exposure, merchandise display. It's time to put your business and your brand in front of millions of potential clients. Call 267-534-5053. That's 267-534-5053. It's time to grow.
I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Everyone knows that jail is a serious matter. Us here at Tales from the Jails, we are offering something special to anyone who's currently in prison, on their way to prison, and actually those who are returning from prison. We are offering consultation to anyone who's threatened with prison.